identify the fish with the star only. So, when you get some organisms like this, all of these are different types of fishes. So, when you are going to identify, first you have to think, and then you should think of a question what feature you can use to identify the organism. For example, if it is fishes, means usually their body shape may differ, they have different number of fins, their caudal fin or the tail fin may be different, they might have different types of other fins. So, their eyes, the position of their eye may be different. So, like that you have to think of a question to start the identification. So, in this one, the first question actually is, if fish shape is long and skinny, then go to 2, because when you look at all these fishes, there are some fishes which are long and skinny, other ones are not long and skinny in their body shape. So, only 2 fishes actually having a long and skinny body, the other ones are not having long and skinny body. So, then long and skinny, then you have to go to 2. So, if the fish shape is not long and skinny, then go to 3. It means other than these 2 fishes, all the other fishes need to go to 3, but these 2 fishes having long and skinny body, they should go to 2. So, now we are taking these 2 fishes to number 2. And number 2, again now we have to look at only these 2 fishes. This time we can't look at their body shape, this time we need to look at another feature. So, here if fish has pointed fins, we are looking at the fins. If the fish is having a pointed fin, it is a trumpet fish. So, the eel is not having any pointed fin, but if you look at this fish here, you can see pointed dorsal fin is there. So, very easily you can identify. So, it is a trumpet fish, and the one which is not having the pointed fin. So, it is having smooth fins, it is the spotted moray eel. So, that is how you identify organism, and then here again you need to start with step 1. So, step 1, now already the first part we have identified, then we go to second part. If the fish is not long and skinny, then go to 3, means the remaining fishes this time you are taking to 3. So, step 3 says, if fish has both eyes on top of the head, then go to step 4. So, this way, in this way you can actually identify all these fishes. I hope now you get at least some idea how the scientists are identifying organisms. So, now let us look at a video that helps you more on how the identification process goes on.
Dichotomous key. There's a lot of birds in our world, and if you were asked to identify a bird based on its characteristics, you could probably do it. We could probably name the hummingbird, the owl, the duck, and the penguin based on its features. But if you were asked to name these birds using their scientific name, the task wouldn't be so easy. You wouldn't know the scientific name of these birds just by looking at them. Scientists have figured out a way to make a chart to help you better identify birds based on their characteristics. The chart is called a dichotomous key. Reading a dichotomous key is easy. Take a look at the hummingbird. To use a dichotomous key, start at number 1. At number 1, it's asking us to observe the feet of the bird. A hummingbird does not have webbed feet, so we'll go to step 3. Step 3 has us examine the bird's tufts. Our bird does not have tufts. We just figured out the scientific name. Let's try the dichotomous key again with a different bird. This time we have the penguin. Start at number 1. Our bird has webbed feet. So we're going to have to go to step 2. Step 2 has us count the number of toes. A penguin has 4 toes. We just figured out the scientific name of the penguin. Using the same chart, we can figure out the scientific name of the duck. Starting at number 1, we see our bird has webbed feet, so we'll go to step 2. We have to count the toes. A duck has 3. We just figured out the scientific name again. Lastly, an owl. Always start at number 1 on the dichotomous key and look at the features of the organism you're trying to identify. Our bird has tufts. This is its dichotomous key's scientific name. Dichotomous keys, charts that scientists use to figure out the scientific name of organisms or to help identify footprints. Dichotomous keys.
Okay, so now it's almost the end of the lesson. So here I have some few works for you. So these works actually you can do at home, and then you can show these answers to your teachers and then you can check. So the first thing that you can do is just to make a mnemonic for the order of classification. So as I have shown you previously 2 mnemonics, so you can try yourselves to make your own mnemonic, so then it will be much easier for you to learn this. And then here are some few questions that you can try at home. So the first question is define the term classification and then binomial nomenclature. So usually these questions when asking define the term means in O-level exam also the same way the questions appears. In marine science very often you will find questions like this. Define the term means you need to explain the meaning of that term. And the second question is differentiate between taxonomy and taxonomy. I hope you all now know what is meant by taxonomy and who are taxonomists. And then number 3, give 2 reasons for classifying organisms. Why the scientists are classifying all the organisms? 2 reasons. And number 4, what are the 2 parts of an organism's scientific name? And the last question, try to make a simple dichotomous key for 5 different fishes. You can just get pictures of 5 different fishes and then try to make a dichotomous key for those 5 fishes to identify those 5 fishes. So that's all, and I hope you all understood what is classification and how the dichotomous key works. That's all. Thank you.